Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Let's Play of Sweden in Victoria 2. We are going to be forming Scandinavia. So, without much ado, we're already encouraging intellectuals in our most populous state. That's just what you always do. Even though our literacy is 80%, intellectuals are 0.53% of the population, and we need 2%. So, that's why we're doing that. For anybody that's new here. First of all, I do not think we have the population to get to national focuses, so maybe we go for positive first. But first of all, I guess we should obviously, okay, I'm going to disable microstates because I hate microstates. But other than that, okay, we're going to hide. Okay, so these are the decisions that are the most interesting and that we need to get to. Reforming the Kalmar Union is going to take prestige at least 50, and Sweden being a great power. So, prestige techs are going to be really helpful for us in this playthrough. That's just going to need to be what happens. And there's a lot of great technologies that this thing has, like, you know, I mean, we need, as soon as we get this, we get a plus 1% research modifier, which makes this the first thing you should research as Sweden. I know I just said that we're not going to do ideological thought first, but that's okay. So we're going to try and reform the Kalmar Union. We need prestige 50, and we need to be a great power. So we're going to raise taxes on everyone, as like you do. Always do this. Doesn't matter. Always raise taxes. One of the biggest things about Victoria 2 is learning that none of this shit really matters. you can just have you know, you can mostly ignore the economy unless you're like in a very tough spot. We're going down. So military spending, I think, is going to be the first thing we want to cut. Actually, this is going to be the first thing we want to cut. We don't want to lose soldier pops because we're so low. And then we're gonna cut here, cut there. Naval units. Sure, let's also cut that. There we go. Obviously, one of the first things you want to do as any minor power is try and take some land in Africa here. It just helps so much. And even though in HFM the Protectorate CB gives you 20 infamy, it's well worth it. Also, you'll get some immigration issues. But we need the pops, right? So this is just one of the first things you always do as like any secondary nation that actually has access to the sea. Unlike Krakow, where we're landlocked and, you know, we don't have a lot of options. This, we do have options, and so we are going to be making use of those options. We took a pretty big infamy hit from the beginning, but that's okay. So we will be done with this by 1838. One of the first, we are really, we're really out at a loss for what, kind of at a loss as to what to research next. Just because of, you know, this will have us in 38, so we want something that takes less than a year so we can save up for idealism. We might end up researching the, what do you call it? The tech that gives you railroads, because that was very small. Gonna make some more transports here. We only have 3. Set the rally point there. Aftonbladet. The Swedish evening newspaper Aftonbladet. I don't speak Swedish and I've never heard it spoken, so you're going to have to forgive me. First appeared on Monday, December 6, 1830. Edited by Lars Johan Hierta promoting freedom of speech, free trade, lower import duty, and democratic reforms, the government did not look kindly upon it. Despised by the upper class, loved by the middle class, the king tried in vain to stop the publication, but circulation rapidly increased over the following years. With its liberal views, Aftonbladet was fundamental in the fight for freedom of the press in Sweden. Speak free. That's okay. Like I was saying in the Krakow playthrough, one of the first things you never want to allow to happen is letting the liberals come to power. That would be very bad. So we could get more liberals, or we could decrease our population. I'm going to take decreasing the population. I do not, under any circumstances, want liberals in charge of the government. That would be terrible. Alright, so we've got allow annexation. We're going to take the hit here on our supplies. We're going to wait for the organization of our ships to go back up. Restaurazione. These are the events that give Italy the ability to form. One of our clipper transports built. So I think we're at good enough organization. What I want to do is declare war as soon as possible so we don't lose our little... So that'll put us at war with Sokoto Caliphate, but the good news is that you can just annex them without... Because they're so small, you can just take their 2 provinces and annex them completely. Wari is the one that I always start out with, just bullying, you know? Just go in and take their shit, because that's just, they're the easiest one to beat up, because they're only 2 provinces. You're not going to waste a lot of time. Alright, let's get our ships back into Stockholm. We have 5 army techs. I believe they have 0, so this really shouldn't be an issue. And so this is going to give us the burdened colonial administration modifier, which is going to make our lives harder. That'll be done in 1838. Maybe we go for medicine. Yeah, that'll finish in 39, so we can save up a few points at least. Okay, we're going to annex Wari. Are we still at war with Sokoto? No, we are not. So that should give us the burdened and colonial administration debuff, which is going to be bad, but that's okay. The Ascension of Queen Victoria. The Blight of 1838. Phytophthora infestans. The dreaded potato blight has struck one of our farming provinces, starving smallholders and in some places driving whole families from their homes. The potato blight has caused a localized famine that threatens to spread. Let's spare no effort in relieving the local farmers. Alright. So this is the issue. Colonial power happened to us, supply consumption plus 10%, and then burdened colonial administration from, I believe, not having enough colonial power. But it'll give you supply consumption plus 10%, tax efficiency, and administrative efficiency malices. So that's going to be pretty bad for upping our troops, but really the important part right now is having a foothold in Africa, so then when the scramble starts we're kind of on at least a little equal footing with the rest of the great powers, and of course making sure that we have the population to be able to fuel our wars in Europe. especially with Russia and eventually Germany. We're going to be running up against them a lot because, okay, so deciding a colonial policy. Now that Sweden is a colonial power, it is time to decide a policy of how Swedish colonial lands will be administered. Civilizing mission, indirect, and settlement. Settlement is the best option here. It'll make us poor, but that's okay, because we're making enough money as it is. Oh, of course, I completely forgot to take the Volksreformen thing as soon as possible, which is bad. That is a mistake on my part. And we can choose a trade policy, which I have no interest in doing. So, after that, I think, after this, right, we save up for idealism, and then we're going to go down the prestige tree, because we need the prestige. We need the prestige to reform the Kalmar Union. And then obviously we need to be at biologism by 1850 because of Darwinism being too strong. Medicine is just really nice because our population was going down, and the pop growth is always helpful. There is a decision that we get to make something better. Hold on. Yeah. The machine shop, and we can get 5% factory throughput and some prestige by building a machine parts factory in Stockholm. So, in Stockholm, machine parts. You don't have that invented? I thought we had the tech research. At least. Guess not. Oh yeah. We need machine tools here. Wait. It's one of these. It's one of these that gives us, that allows you to, oh yeah, okay, allows discovery of machine tool. Okay. But yeah, for now, lost a lot of soldier pops, which is unfortunate. I believe we used to be at 15. The Swedish Nightingale. The Swedish soprano Jenny Lind was born in 1820 in Stockholm. She made her debut in the opera Der Freischütz in Stockholm in 1838, and during the mid-1840s her fame grew as she made a series of successful appearances in Europe and the USA. Jenny Lind was the first Swedish megastar, famous for her exquisitely expressive singing and incredible vocal technique, and her sincere, natural, and unassuming ways. Through her concerts and opera appearances, she earned a fortune, of which she donated large sums to charity. An artistic genius. And prestige. Nice. That is always nice. The Eastern Crisis is going on. The Ottomans are at war with France. Central American Chiapas. What? What is going on here? Okay, they're at war with the FRCA. I've never seen that happen. Well, I've never seen the war happen so early. I wonder what they're going to get off of that, because all they can do is status quo because they were just intervening. Okay. I see. Okay, so another thing that we need to do is we're saving points. Right. Wow, they really thought they could get Central American Guatemala too, huh? But yeah, if status quo is your war goal, you can't add anything. So America got a little unlucky there. Yeah, our money's real good right now. That's something I think about a lot. We have no factories. Should go ahead and build some factories. Abandon Finland. No. I will not be abandoning Finland. No. No, thank you. Alright, idealism. Then we're going to go down some prestige texts. Get some literacy texts as well. We definitely want protectionism. Free trade would be very bad for us. We make most of our money off of tariffs, so. We don't want that to happen anytime soon. We're going to take losing militancy. More protectionism. More people in favor of protectionism, please. We are not in danger of liberals controlling the country anytime soon, but 1848 might have something to say about that soon. So, you know, we need to be ready for that when we can, when it comes. Conservatives like pluralism. We'll give you pluralism. We keep losing these soldiers' pops. We're down to 11 now. Impressive. Wonder what's going on there. Are our soldiers converting into intellectuals? At any rate, Malmo is at 2% intellectual, so we're going to go down and encourage in the next most populous state. You know, standard stuff. Standard. Russian intervention in Egypt. That'll be interesting. So we're just gonna keep watch. We're gonna keep letting our shit go up. We export liquor. So I don't see any issue with trying to make liquor factories. They want a cannery in Gothenburg. We'll do that. Then I think we should go for prestige tax. That'll pretty much catapult us to great power status, I think. If I'm not wrong. Let's look at the great powers. 41? Yeah. Oh yeah. If anything, we should be number 8 soon. I mean... Oh, no, okay. Belgium is at 56 and they're... Okay. It's just Spain has yet to lose all their shit. Okay. So... 41. We're going to take some prestige text real quick. Yucatan. Mexico is undergoing this war phase that it has every game. Our soldier pots are declining like crazy. Never seen that before. Is annexing Wari a bad idea? We don't know. That's interesting though. I wonder what's causing all of the... Oh, it's because of the military spending, obviously. Gosh. Oh, jeez. Duh. Why is our military going down? Sheesh. Get a grip, dude. Alright, some capitalists want to fund our factories, finally. We will not be abandoning Finland anytime soon. No, sir. No, sir. We need our prestige to be at least 50. And that will do... Not have flag post-colonial nation. I've never seen that flag get applied to me, but then again, I don't really go after... yeah, so here we go. We're back up to 16. Increasing the military spending just got us back. So compulsory elementary schooling introduced. In 1842, compulsory elementary schooling was formally introduced in Sweden. Even though an old schooling tradition already existed, the Elementary School Act of 1842 almost erased illiteracy amongst the younger generation. Local town parishes now received a means to force reluctant parents to take proper responsibility for educating their children. Education for the masses. We gain prestige and gain basic school system. Like I said, Paradox, man, they love it. They love buffing Sweden. So Temperance League. Temperance League is great for you. It reduces the needs for poor strata. It gives you taking prestige and farming and mining efficiency. The militancy is barely even worth it. It is barely even worth considering. 0.01 militancy every day. I mean, look at this. You know, I mean, 0.01 militancy is like maybe a tenth of like something that you should be worried about. If you have an issue with militancy, it is definitely not Temperance League, and you should take it every time. Unless you're just role-playing for some reason. But no, if you are playing optimally and you get the Temperance League event, always take it. So we're not going, we will not be losing prestige. That is not on the menu for us right now. Absolutely not. That is unacceptable. So realism +5 +5, 15. We could get 15 prestige from that. So Impressionism comes out in 1850. And, you know, the AI doesn't really prestige spam very often, so it's really not something you should worry about. So, we have only infantry in Sweden. I will take that opportunity to build some artillery then, and some hussars. We don't have engineers invented yet, but that's fine because we're not going to war anytime soon. Hopefully our boys don't die here. Kind of unprepared for that, but that's okay. We survived. Got some shared prestige. We're at 36 right now. We lost a soldier pop from that fight. That's okay. I always build hussars. They're cheaper and they give a lot of reconnaissance compared to, say, so dragoons give 1. Cuirassiers don't even give any. Hussars give 2. And cavalry gives 1. These guys just really aren't very useful anyways, you know? I mean, look, infantry has better stats than dragoons. So you want as few cavalry as possible, honestly, and the reconnaissance is the important part. Eventually, obviously, airplanes having 4 reconnaissance is just insane, and you should replace all your horses with airplanes. That's how war works. Horses do the same job as airplanes in this game. That's cool. It's normal. We're number 8. We're going to be a great power soon, which will be cool and fun. Making plenty of money. Number 9. Damn. Last. 73, 69. We're coming up on Belgium. Coming up real quick on them. Abandoning Finland will lose us prestige. So yeah, no. We will not be doing that anytime soon. Okay, 1843. Let's get positivism and start increasing our literacy. More prestige, always good. Yeah, if we invent some of these, we will be in good shape for reforming the Kalmar Union, which will put us on the track to... Okay, we got realist art. %4 chance to invent these every month. Genetics hereditary, that would be nice to get some pop growth going. But we now have the prestige to reform the Kalmar Union. But we just need to be, oh wait, no, it needs to be 50. I don't know where I got 45 from. That must be from forming Poland or something. To form Poland, you probably need 45 prestige. But we need 50. So that shouldn't take too long. And soon we will be considered a great power, I feel like. 81, yeah. Belgium will not be catching up to us anytime soon on that front. We're at 3% intellectuals, so we're going to move down again into Stockholm and encourage intellectuals there. 1.8% of the population. Just need a few more. Then we can start. Well, we're doing well on administration, so we're going to lower the budget on administration. Presidency, we're going to keep the conservatives in charge. Soon we will be considered a great power, I feel like. 88 score, it'll take maybe a year. After that, we should be good. Nice. Pop growth technologies are always welcome. We do not want any anti-military sentiment to exist. Our wars are obviously going to rely on military, so... We've risen in status. Good. Time to reform the Kalmar Union. So we'll gain leader of the Kalmar Union, which will give us more ticking prestige. Schleswig-Holstein has refused. Well, refused to the Finnish proposal. Scandinavian Custom Union, prestige at least 100. I believe that doesn't really matter. You know what I think needs to happen? Okay, no, we're good. We're good. I should have probably waited to be able to sphere Schleswig-Holstein. But that's okay. Because we'll get the Spearling back. We'll get this as a core from forming Scandinavia. We just need to prestige spam our way to 100. And then that will be what we need to do. That being said, I think this is as good a time as any to stop episode 1, and we'll be back. Bye-bye.